Alright, we're gonna start the recording and stream early. Alright, the delay is working excellent. Alrighty. Yep, alright, we're good to go. Cool. So, this is OFCRA. We haven't covered an OFCR operation in like 3 or 4 weeks simply because of vacation, COVID, other issues that were going on. We've only been like recording some of them and then uploading them later, but now we're going to be able to get back into streaming it with a 5-minute delay. That's because of some security concerns that have been going on. You know, there was a massive wave of DDoSing when the Ukrainian war started. That's all starting to peter out. The people that were DDoSing me have stopped because I found out who they were. But anyway, yeah, we're back now to covering OFCRI, mostly live. But I am in the TeamSpeak channel. Will be put in when everything's ready to go. I think they're going to move us in a few minutes, but I will do my best to keep up with chat. And again, remind everyone that there is a 5-minute delay, especially with chat to interact with. But here is the operation today. So you got Blue 4 on the southern side, Op 4 on the northern side. This is the 4th mission of a 4-part campaign called Reorientation. I think we covered the first 2 that were on the map Anaze. This is the 4th one, which I think means we missed the 3rd, but that's okay. And it is going to be a CBRN fight. Now, there are 3 objectives here. The first is a small outpost. Whoever controls the small outpost, aka whoever has more of their forces in the small outpost purple perimeter area here, by the end of the mission will gain, I believe it's 4 points. Let me quickly look on the mission tab. Yep, it is 4 points. If you want to see that tab, you just have to do the mission command, and it'll come up with a forum website link, and that'll shoot you over to where the write-up is for all of this stuff. So whoever controls that by the end of the round, it's a 90-minute round, will gain 4 points. Now, there is something worth 5 points on the map, and that is a CBRN box. This is a quote-unquote decontamination, or excuse me, a contaminated item that crash-landed in the area. Both factions have a decontamination tent. French one is over here. The irregular Mozambican one is up here. Excuse me. Whoever can get the cargo crate to their tent by the hour and 15 mark will gain 5 points. And then there is a quote-unquote survival bonus. Usually in the past it's been called a supremacy bonus, but they've actually been experimenting with a different type of bonus to play. So this one's description is that you win points if you have more than 8 people alive at the end of the game. So it used to be you would gain a few points if you are able to eliminate all of but a certain amount of players on the enemy team. Usually it was 5 people. So if you were able to knock down the enemy team to 5 people or less, you would gain a few points, usually worth a minor or moderate objectives worth, like 2 to 5 points depending on how things were, usually around the 2 mark. But now they're changing it to if your side just has a massive amount of forces left over, you gain the points instead. So the magic number now is 8. And that gains you 2 points if you're able to keep 8 or more people alive on your team. Actually, no, it says legally more than 8, so it has to be 9 or more people. My bad. So, 4 points worth for the small outpost, 5 points for bringing the CBRN device back to your tent within an hour and 15 minutes out of the hour and 30, and then 2 points worth for the survival bonus of if you're able to keep a majority of your guys alive. Otherwise, we have French forces fighting Mozambican forces, irregulars, basically rebels here. And it's going to be the more forested part of Kujari. Apparently there is a Vietnam mission next week. I will be covering that as well. But otherwise, please pardon my voice, especially if I cough. I'm still recovering from COVID. I'm mostly healed up from it, but my body just has an obligatory... How do I put it? Just likes to cough, even though I don't think I need to cough, but like that, for example. I'm trying to suppress it with cider and water, and it's kind of working, so I'm just going to keep drinking. Otherwise, other things we have later today is we have the POG op at 8 o'clock and TMTM at 10. So POG's op will be continuing the campaign on the Nogovo map. I'm going to have a lot more objectives down. I'm going to try to hurry them along with it. I've also put down some special missions just as markers, not to specifically give them yet, but to show them where there might be some. And then TM, I'll be on the ground playing, regardless of what it is. I just feel like playing on the ground. Unless it turns into something like it turned like last Tuesday evening for the POGOP, where it was like borderline unplayable, in my opinion. I'll be trying to stay and play that operation. And then if I'm still awake afterwards, we might do some DayZ, just for the hell of it. Ooh, but other announcements to go off of. I've officially announced the first Liru operation outside of TSB using our framework within my Discord. So it'll be using a different TeamSpeak and my private 60-slot server. It's going to be a armor-only operation set in IFA World War II. Sign up for that opens up tomorrow, I think at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Anyone with the Arma tag can sign up, though, so we'll see how that goes. 1 second. I think when I talk more, that's what aggravates my throat, so that's going to be interesting, being a commentator and having to deal with that, but I will do my best. 1 minute left before we start this up. All right. We'll see how things go beyond that. But otherwise, I have announced the next MCO operation. I'm in the process of RSVPing everyone, letting them take their slots back. That'll, I think, be run on the 26th. What I need to now focus on is by Friday or Saturday announcing when the next Pay for Pain is, because I believe that's going to be in a little over a week. That's going to be doing the op tray mod set. 1 second. That is the wonderful sound of everyone jumping into the T4 channel at the same time. Anyway, 8-minute warm-up here. Let's go ahead and have a look at what we've got going here. So, for this operation, we've got Blue 4 over here, the French forces. They also have some gendarmerie forces in the AO itself. Otherwise, French forces seem to be equipped with FAMASes. I see some FNR sniper rifles here as well. FN mags for the machine gunners. Mostly iron sights and aim points as well. We have some diver forces in the no, these are CRBN forces to recover the box. Interesting. Otherwise, we see some AT4s down as well, and I see some oh my gosh, FAMASes, excuse me, I blanked out on that, with some grenade launchers, and then they got the APSI, whatever, basically an ACGM launcher. Otherwise, we have... Why am I blanking on what you are? Basically, the Scout Vic with the 40mm grenade launcher, or excuse me, grenade machine gun, and the 50 cal. 113, a Scout car with a scoped FN mag, and this vehicle. So when the turret's like this, it's because its simulation is disabled so people don't start messing with it. Usually this means that this will disappear and it'll be the unarmed version. That's what I've learned for this scenario. And they got 3 others right here. The guns will disappear. But they have more of these attack cars that have the E-Clan scopes on them with the FN mags up top. And then this one is actually going to be a Crow system vehicle here as well. So this is the only one that'll be armed, but I mean, the Crow system is a game changer in PvP. Otherwise, that is it for the French group. Let's have a quick look at their CRBN tent. Also, Lolo, I'm not sure if you're playing or not, but good luck to you if you are. If not, feel free to stay on and chill. Otherwise, again, 5-minute delay. They got the shower going on here as well, but this is the CRBN tent. This is where they have to, or Blue 4 has to bring in the CRBN item if they're able to get it there. It's a nice little fortification, good perimeter around. We'll see how that goes. But otherwise, looking up at Blue 4 here, a Force of Gendarmerie. They have an M79 grenade launcher. I have no idea what that machine gun is. Looks to be some sort of 7.62 based weapon, but that's a new one. I have no idea what that one is, but yeah, they're French based otherwise with FAMASes, and they got an AT4 there as well. And they have a Gendarmerie BTR-40 with a Dishka up top, so that's 50 rounders of 50 rounds of 12.7. Excuse me. So, excuse me. Going over to Op 4 here. Round starts in 5 minutes. This seems to be some sort of reconnaissance force for the Mozambique irregulars. We're seeing PSO scopes for their marksmen. Otherwise, iron sights, RPG-7, and an RPK with a red dot up top, PKAS scope. So otherwise, they're going to also have a BTR-40, just as the default camo. And then Op4 here are going to be the rest of the irregular Mozambican forces here. So we're going to be seeing mainly AKMs here, GP25s, RPKs. We see some backpacks indicating there's some sort of static with them, either M2 or an SPG9. Looking at their vehicles, they have a BMP. Holy crap. 50 cal off-roads, but they're unscoped, so they have a bigger caliber that can be anti-vehicle, but they don't have the range. They only have iron sights to work with here. They also have multiple MTLBs and another Dishka car here. Looks like their sniper has a dedicated Lee Enfield with a bipod, and that is one of the most cursed things I've ever seen. That is actually... Here, no, I'm taking a picture of that and sending that to Skelly. Oh my god. Hold up. No. I'm actually gonna send that to Skelly because he's the World War II buff. I think this is what he's afraid of. Like, this is what his nightmares are made of. I'm gonna totally send that to him. Hold up. I gotta find a good angle here. He just keeps running around. Oh my god, dude. There we go. Oh, that's brilliant. I'll find a moment to send that to him over Discord. He's gonna flip the fuck out. It's gonna be great. Otherwise, I'm looking around here. I don't see any Op4 CRBN. Oh, no. As I say that, there they are. So they've got everything set up there. A little bit of an opening right there, but I think that's just part of the textures itself. And then I saw a few dudes with suppressors as well, which should be quite interesting. Otherwise, they also have a few people that are detained. Interesting enough. All right, going ahead and looking over at their tent. Pretty much the same texture, except the tent is a different color, which is kind of cool. You got the shower going as well. Let's go ahead and look over at the small outpost here. Oh man, you're right. Hold up. I'm very out of everything here. No, we don't want to do polls. We want to do, what is it called? Prediction. That's it. All right, who will win? 1 second. And we'll have that go for 10 minutes. There we go. Ooh. All right, I completely forgot about that. I mean, that's on a 5-minute delay, so by the time you get to me typing that in, you'll be 5 minutes through. So thank you, Ezio, for reminding me about that. I completely forgot. Otherwise, we have a shielded 50 cal up here. This appears to be a base texture from, what's the mod called? ZEC. But a little bit of additions made to it, and they also re-elevated a few items to line them all up, which I do appreciate. I'm not sure if they double stacked this Hesco, or they might have done the... no, they stacked additional Hescos underneath. Nice. I like to do a trick sometimes where I copy and paste the texture over itself, and then I flip it over so it doubles underground. And it can, like, you know, double the height if you need it, which is pretty nice. Otherwise, we're starting in 1 minute. That's the only additional thing I see there. But for the outpost, that is that. Let's go ahead and look at the crash site. So this is the crate. Only certain people are going to be able to get close to this. Otherwise, they will literally die. And otherwise, they have all the radioactive symbols around it as well. Whew. But, I mean, it's really easy to track where that crate's going because the smoke's coming out. So we'll just have to see how all that goes. I think this will be a really cool match. It's going to all be about this CRBN crate first. So I think both teams are going to try to establish their forward units around the crash site. We'll have some early PvP as the rest of these forces then come in. Now, I'm going to do a quick sound off here. We're going to see Lolo, Messino, Racex, and Reverendo on Blue 4, as well as Kilo, Licardo, Cheeseburger, and Sweet. Ilbanek, Mafo, TK Lala.
Oh, what the fuck? Is it a game? Is it a
Who died?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
He's What just happened? What actually just...
Yeah.
Ah. Well. This is why I normally have myself muted in the TeamSpeak channel, so we don't hear that, but that was pretty damn funny. I don't even know how to describe that one. All right. Well, Blue 4's gotten underway. Op 4 is already a good distance away here, so they're starting to get through. I'm going to go through the rest of the names real quick. Adam X Settler, Brother Erectus, that's funny, Arizado, Kalikir, Skipu, Onion, and Malgrim. Sorry if I pronounce any of these wrong. By the way, we got Koch Fox, Magaki, Wonder, and Stud. The Gendarmerie team in front is Lux, Trick Tac, Blackjack, Nico, Spipo, and Rikisav. We got Nanard, Baku, Jiwi, and Ethan Prince here. Karaoke and Rog being in the reserve slots. Wayne, Ugo, Mikavrat, Korias, and Donald Jr., and then Narari, Andrej, Minor, Dennis, Viper, Zafir, and Polinari. No, it's Polarini. That's it. That's all for the Blue 4 side. Op 4 has Vexen, who's a really good player. Actually, a lot of these guys are really good. To be perfectly honest, I would say the caliber of player within OFCRA Bay is a little bit higher than FNF. But both to each their own. They have their own in that regard. But otherwise, we got Vexen, Solopol, Giovanni, Despo, Pingus under Zulu here. Pop C, Lacarfor, Navy, Bartek Lama, December. I'm not even going to try. Lesiak and Raizu Bail on Op 4 as well. Joined by Demas, Amberus. Not even going to try that one. Pablo, Robert, and Serzani. Ivno, Kiev was a... Kerrigan, Aries, and Konjovic together. Roland, Lemur, Wombat, Fridge, Salesman, Parthius, and Ash together. Mr. Dave with PHK, Bob Winchester, Nubas, some Nor guy, Effective House Logic, and Demovar looks like he got respawned. That was cute. NASA on his own might be in the leadership position there. Flip for Flap, Jonathan, Emil, and Masquerade together. I think I'm just supposed to call him Mask, but I'm going to keep calling him Masquerade on the stream. I'm sorry. Pogo underscore with Barros, Dennis, Maneras, Callie, Ezio, and Hero Brain, and Mr. White, Ezenor, Manchot, Head Honcho of OFCRA, and Tackle with Rizbo here as well. I mainly do that read-off in case you guys recognize anyone, but I also do the read-off for the people playing itself.
Hello, Liru in chat.
Excuse me. Dreadnought, thanks for the 20-month resub, my man. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. That would be a nice kick out of this scenario. Icarus, I agree with you. COVID is pretty cringe, buddy. And otherwise, Blue 4 seems to be on top of the site immediately. Op 4 has gone for a really wide deployment here. I'm assuming NASA's in command because he's on his own in that one vehicle slot. I have no idea who's in charge for Blue 4. I would say Lolo is because he has the officer logo down. We got a few people back at spawn over here. But otherwise... Blue 4 is really capitalizing on the site. I'm going to go ahead and mute myself. I'm sorry. I don't want to risk another one of those because that was pretty damn funny in my opinion. See, it's funny because we're on the 5-minute delay, so I'm waiting to see the chat messages over what the hell that was. But my God. So Op 4's forward team has gone completely around with their BTR 40. You can tell because they're the guys with the colored helmets up top. But I really don't understand what Op 4 is going for here. Because Blue 4 have just gone right into the crash site. All I have to do is start pulling things around. Maybe Op 4 is trying to go around the middle area to set up blocking positions to ambush Blue 4 as they pull the CRBN crate back. But beyond that, I really have no idea what they might be going for. I didn't notice this originally, but we have some fortified positions here. Overwatching this CRBN site, we have some entrenchments as well. Now, isn't that interesting? They're floating a little bit, but that's fine. What is that? Spare AK? Yep. So this is just a massive kill zone, and we got Blue 4 bringing in the CRBN guys right here. Op4 is dismounted super early. I mean, I could see Blue 4 literally just grabbing that crate, pulling it back, and then holding it, and then attacking the small outpost, or maybe trying to hold both positions. That's a tough call. I really don't get what Op4 is going for here. They've got a third of their force deployed on the far right flank, a third of their force deployed on the far left flank, and then a little over a third, I would say. So this is about less than a third, but a little over a third in the middle, just kind of coming down, but they're stopping short. So Op4's kind of conceded the central control of the map to Blue 4, and Blue 4's just rushed right in, and are already trying to set up defensive positions around the CRBN site. So this vehicle has come in here. They are deploying things around. Ethan's decided to go in naked. The crate itself, I think, has been moved. Excuse me. And it is now in this vehicle. I just hope it's not stuck because someone decided to dig a trench under the Vic. So with all this concealment, even if Op4 was set up here, they wouldn't be able to get accurate shots on the infantry. And they're trying to load the crate in now. They're popping more grenades here. I think they're trying to figure out how to load this crate in. It might be set to a very long timer.
So let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
But you see this guy right on the crate right here, which to me indicates he's loading it in. It's just taking him a hot second. But I really don't know what Op4 is going for here. Hold up. Blue 4 have dismounted a forward team. Looks like they hit a few bushes here. Some are bleeding a little bit, but we have an MTLB driving by. Blue 4 had the opportunity to do a quick ambush there, but weren't quick enough. I will admit, it's really hard to pull a maneuver like that. But they tried. They got their AT guy up pretty close. This was just an ambush of opportunity. Now, interestingly enough, though, Op4 is dismounting. I think because they spotted some of the Blue 4 guys here. And now we're seeing them start to move up. All right, 23,000 points to 2,000 points. We'll see how that poll goes. We got to get back into the habit of doing Thursday and Friday streams again. So I understand that poll is rather low, but that's okay. So Blue 4 decided to completely pull out of this position. Op4, meanwhile, moving up on foot to try to capitalize on what they saw. So I can only imagine this group was waiting for this other group to get ready because they're going to do a pincer maneuver on the outpost. Now, the one issue with holding the outpost here is you're going to have forces just get stuck in this position. And compared to the CRBN crate, getting it back to your 10 is worth 5 points, whereas the outpost holding that till the end of the game is worth 4. I'm a little concerned about this vehicle potentially getting stuck under the plane. But it looks like they are going to pull it back immediately. They got the crate loaded. And they're going to pull it out just fine. I think one of them took the smoke grenade that was infinitely running in here and threw it out of the building. That's pretty funny. Or the plane. Excuse me. The structure. Let's go with that. So I think this team's actually going to go back and potentially back cap the irregular tent just to kind of hold it. Op4 also have a lot of forces set up back behind the French tent as well. Again, that's the objective where the crate needs to be brought to. Blue 4 is not committing any forces on early defense, so Op4 might have an advantage here of getting the crate back to the northern side. We just had vehicles get unlocked. I'm assuming that's for the BMP. Unless NASA is just using this as a command vehicle, which it could be. We also have a Blue 4 guy back here. That might be for the 1117. That's what it's called. It came back to me eventually. So I think Lakotsos here is going to potentially go and grab that and bring it up. 113 was left behind. I'm not surprised. That's a lunchbox of death. But Op4 might be in a good position here to set up an ambush in the tent area and capture the crate back and bring it up to their own tent. But Blue 4 also has forces set up to take that as well. So this is a really interesting fold of forces here. Op4's trying to think ahead. I don't know what these guys are going to be out here in reserve for. Maybe to sneak around and hit the 10 as well, but now we're seeing both sides going for the outpost. Blue 4, I would think, is going to now divide their forces into two groups. One to go take the outpost and the other to go hold the tent and move back with the CRBN vehicle. Op4 is going to get their units first in the outpost, though, and be able to set up. And they might be able to hold off against Blue 4. The only issue is if Blue 4 pulls enough back with them on the 10, they'll be able to keep the objective that's worth 5 points. And then at that point, if Op4 has 4 points, Blue 4 has 5 points, the victor is going to be to whoever has the 9 or more players on their side to get the 2 additional points for that survival bonus, and then that'll tell the game. But we're not going to be able to see any of that, at least for another hour. Now, with an OFCRA match, I like to divide it into 3 sections. You have your early game, which is the first 30 minutes. That's usually where you see a lot of maneuvering done. Not usually a lot of action, but in this, I think we're going to see, at the end of early game, the fighting for the outpost. Mid-game, which is where you have a lot of your fighting. And then end game, which is the last 30 minutes. Mid-game is the middle 30 minutes. But end game has usually the wrapping up of the operation. Usually by mid-game, you see a victor start to emerge, and then end game is where that gets solidified, but sometimes things can turn around and things can get a little crazy, so it's like watching baseball. You don't know what's going to happen when the pitch is thrown. You don't know how the operation's going to play out when you have all these units divided like this. I mean, both sides are going for a back, I don't want to call it a back cap, but, you know, a back block, I would say, of each of the group's capture zones. And then you're going to just have fighting over the outpost, but I think Op4 is going to get in there first. But Blue 4 is slowly making their way over. I'd say Blue 4 have the better vehicles here, but in this terrain, these vehicles might not be the best thing. You do have some openings through the tree line on Op4's side that those vehicles could be utilized well. In these open fields with those scoped FN mags, they could do a lot of damage firing through the trees, but that's in enemy territory. We do have a little bit of an encirclement going here. Blue 4 is actually bringing those Vics around. If they could get behind Op4 and start planking at them, that could be really, really deadly. But they're not going to be able to do anything about this MTLB unless they fire through these back hatches. I don't know why, but these back hatches don't have any armor tied to them. So they could technically, through this one, fire and kill this guy for some silly reason. But otherwise, I think the MTLB is resistant to 7.62 by 5.1 NATO. So we're hearing that MTLB move up. Infantry are being incredibly cautious to move up. This honestly tells me that Op4 was expecting Blue 4 to get to these AOs first, which is why they're doing this weird little tidbit of strategy. If Op4's too cautious, though, Blue 4 might be able to just get right into the outpost and set up defenses right under Op4's nose at that point, and then quickly be able to bring their forces in to reinforce. So, that's a tough call. Otherwise, Op4, they're keeping their forces outside of the 10 area. They haven't really moved in from this position. So that tells me that they're waiting for something, possibly for this force to come around as well, which they're going through this city over here. Again, really out of bounds. So they're going to dismount and, I guess, clear the town. That's a bit of a weird call. They also have a script where if they go on a door on the first story, they can use it to get on the rooftop of the building. So we might see that go into play there, but there isn't really a reason. Meanwhile, Blue 4 is... oh, this should be interesting. NASA's in the BMP. He's just hiding in the gun. Wait a minute. So Blue 4 thinks this is all empty. He switched the commander seat. He's quickly nudging over. I think Brewer just called out that, yeah. Yep. Now, Llama's checking if he can get in it. They're shooting at the site. Oh my god. Yeah, they can't shoot it out. So I'm waiting to see AT fire into this BMP now. That's funny. What? Yeah, they could use the 50 cal as well and shoot him out. He's gotten the gun, yep. Is he gonna use it? Or is he just using this as the command vehicle? Because it might be unarmed. What? I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know. Looking back at this main area here, it looks like the MTLB was hit with some sort of AT fire. Blue 4 have moved up, and they are starting to push and engage. The OFCRA force on the rear before they could get all of their force into the outpost here. We have another vehicle cooking off back here. Oh no, that's just orange light, my bad. I thought, that makes me look silly. But regardless, now we got these forces moving around here. They might quickly get back in their vehicles here and move up. Dennis trying to kill Rizbo there. Unable to land the killing blow. Rizbo firing a grenade. Gets it close to Dennis. Dennis pushes, though. That saves his life, because otherwise he would have been too close to that grenade. So, Nari has a kill. We just saw an RPG fire next to Dennis's head. We're not going to see the vehicle kills. Zafir got 2 kills. Possibly just now. Yep, picking off the guys on the fortification. Popsy now trying to pick off the gunner. But that is the power of the magnified optics here. Nari gets hits and knocks out before he can get in the driver's seat, or she, I don't know. Gunner turns in. These guys are sitting ducks at the moment. Yeah, I got that E-clan scope to work with. Blarney might be trying to get out to load Nari in, but it's too late. RPG goes in and takes out the entire crew. Zafir manages to get out unconscious originally, but woke back up and now is going to try to crawl away. It's because these guys... Oh, this is also a PKM bunker right here. I didn't realize that. So we got a 50 cal up there and a PKM bunker facing that way. Interesting. Very, very interesting. They used earth ram parts to extend that. That's pretty smart. Now you got Blue 4 coming up at a different angle to try to take this position out. More shots going around. Blue 4 coming around with additional forces. This is a gendarmerie force. OFCRA trying to hold here. These are their CRBN guys. So Blue 4 desperately trying to suppress, but they're surrounding and hitting this outpost. OFCRA sending some QRF in. We're starting to see some movement over to the tent, but they're using the forested areas. And OFCRA still have a lot of their forces on the outskirts as well. I'm going to be honest, I think Blue 4 is going to win this because OFCRA have pretty much defeated themselves in detail here. They've divided up their force too much, and Blue 4 is just piecemealing these smaller groups with larger numbers and just outright taking everyone out. Adamek manages to catch one of these guys, takes him out. He was firing at another person who was laying prone at the entrance. You see that blood right there. Now Adamek runs into cover, up 2 kills. Leziak over here trying to find an angle on the Blue 4 guys right here. Unable to, and then pulls away from that position. These 2 CRBN guys for OFCRA are pulling back. They're surrounded by quite a few Blue 4 guys here. Blue 4 still suppressing their previous position with that Dishka. Rizbo, meanwhile, in this bunker complex, finds an angle on the Blue 4 guys moving in, but is unable to get the kill. More grenades being thrown in here, some smoke grenades being thrown as well. Yeah, definitely talking is aggravating it, but that's fine. Now you have another gun car here with the Crow system moving up. They're taking fire. RPG hits it, but it is an MRAP style vehicle, or not, more like an APC actually, but it definitely resisted that first RPG. Grenades being thrown overhead. The gunner looking around trying to figure out what just happened. But that's generally why you don't use Crow vehicles at close range, because it's a bit of a waste in my opinion. Plus that one camera can tunnel vision you a little bit. It's meant to be used at a longer range. Adamek here on 3 kills now. Throwing some smoke grenades over. That was a frag that would have been perfectly on Leziak's position. But yeah, I think Blue 4 are going to be able to maintain this outpost here. Wow. Flip for Flop and Masquerade came in and knocked out all 3 of these Blue 4 guys back here. Great call there, but can they keep it up? Meanwhile, fighting for the outpost continues. A little worried about these Blue 4 guys firing back and forth like this. I'm worried they might just blue on blue each other. And that was an RPG. And now we have blue on blue going. These are the gendarmerie. They're firing at French forces here. And they're incredibly confused. They cannot get that ATGM to work. It keeps hitting trees. But OPFOR catching a little bit of a lucky break there because these forces are blue on bluing. Lcpl, he's got an OG round loaded. He's switching it to, I think, a regular AT warhead so he can hit that Crow system. Oh, that was a tandem heat warhead, but unfortunately, the cook-off killed him and a buddy. Well, so much for that. Oh, that was pretty damn funny in my opinion. Let me write that one down. You know, that's reduced Blue 4 to 2 players in the AO here, and they're down to Leziak in the sector itself. OPFOR is going to reinforce with the squad. Blue 4 has more reinforcements coming up. Bob Winchester taking fire from Ugo here. Oh man, that was pretty damn funny. Blue 4 having some wounded guys. Looks like Masquerade got injured. Possibly one of the Blue 4 guys woke up here. Flip for Flap went prone. Possibly took him out though. Or that was Zephyr. Nope, Zephyr's looking at a different angle. Possibly trying to flank these forces. These guys are still openly engaging each other though. So with this lucky break here, another missed ATGM shot. This is why PID is important to memorize. Someone just got hit there. But this might lessen the numbers in OPFOR's favor here. As now we're seeing Nubas, his buddy just got taken out there. If OPFOR were to commit the rest of their forces in this AO, I think they'd be able to have a fighting chance here. Just with the blue on blue going on right there. Flip for Flap surviving over here. Zephyr still trying to find an angle on those gendarmerie. If they keep getting a few trades off of each other, that could reduce their numbers enough for OPFOR to be able to sweep everything in here. It's gonna be close though. Really good GL round just went up here. I thought I saw a symbol disappear, but it is dealing damage. You can see blood starting to go on the ground here. So I believe OPFOR have the GP25 system. That's working out really well for them. Ethan, meanwhile, hiding under this HQ building. That's probably the smartest place he can be, because he can then plink at anyone's feet that come around this building. That's a great spot. More fire coming in right here. I'm going to quickly check the map. OPFOR still moving into the CRBN position. You know, I just realized Blue 4 have CRBN guys in this AO. Zephyr coming up is going to double tap Masquerade. But we saw Blue 4 CRBN guys in this AO as well. I think they drove in with this vehicle. So the yeah, this is where the CRBN crate was loaded. So it's out of play now. So 5 points aren't going to be given for that crate. It's instead going to be a 4-point fight for that outpost. So when doing that, OPFOR is going to put forces back here, and they're going to be delayed into the actual AO. And I think Blue 4 has instead, gone for an all-out assault in the outpost. But because of that friendly fire, And looks like the Dishka, yep. The BTR-40 Dishka got blown up by friendly forces, and they're still blue on bluing. I think that's going to be Blue 4's downfall here, because otherwise, by basically hiding that CRBN crate, they set themselves up to defeat Op4 in detail, but because two large Blue 4 elements are still engaging each other, and are going to both take casualties, that might whittle down Blue 4 enough for Op4 to send all their forces into here and get everything done. We'll see what Zafir does here. They're still blue on bluing. NRTV, thanks for the raid of 3. How are you doing, my man? What were you playing? We are on a 5-minute delay, so I'll wait it out. Is Zafir just gonna, like, shoot these people in the back of the head? This is funny. We've seen OFCRA do multiple camos in the past. I mean, the, whatchamacallit, the last event we covered, which was the BIA versus OFCRA, like 120 player, it was over 120 actually. It was a shit ton of people on that World War II-esque op, and it had, no, it wasn't World War II, it was Cold War. It was a Cold War gun hot scenario, and they had tank platoons, and they had fighter jets fighting each other. There were like 4 different camos on either side, and there was no blue on blue, so this is really interesting. At this level of miscommunication. But no, these guys are definitely trying to murder each other. Despite what that all is. So we'll see if Op4 is able to luckily take advantage of that. They've got group... Oh, the northern group decided to dismount early, and the southern group's still coming in. But this is Pogo, Understore, Kelly, Ezio, Benares. These are some really good players here. They might be able to turn the tide if they attack Op4 on the rear. Bob Winchester, who flanked around, was unfortunately knocked out. Blue 4, I mean, they've dug their own fortifications here. They are expecting Op4 to push them. Meanwhile, Leziak over here, still moving around, trying to make sure this area is clear.
So, let's give him a warm
But I think Ethan just has a superior hiding spot, unless... No, the pole? The pole item? No! Oh! Lethia got cucked by a fucking pole here, didn't see Ethan on the camera, and instead looked right and got immediately blown away. That is lucky on Ethan's part. Honestly. A fucking pole. There's no way Ethan could have planned that exact position either. That was just pure fucking luck. So PHK got hit. You see some blood on the ground right there. Trying to look around from where he was engaged from his Blue 4 is now committing their forces forward. We're now firing at Blue 4 here. Micah taking a hit there. Blue 4 returning fire. A bit of suppression there. Rock firing over Micah's head to try to engage PHK. Ugo flanking around on the left, so is Skipu. Oh, Op4's in trouble here. Ugo gets the first kill there. Skipu's still coming around as the other one is taken out. He loaded an AT warhead, was trying to fire it into a group of Blue 4. We've seen them have OG HE warheads, though, so they should have been using that instead. OG's the designation. Dave going on his radio real quick to report they're being flanked on the right. It's too much, though. He had an RPK mag in there, a drum mag for the AK and a PSO scope, but flanked by 3 guys, couldn't get his gun lined up. That's a shame. I think Blue 4 has this. As they start to encircle the remaining Op4 forces here. Flip for flat, pulling away. Blue 4, I think, has finally realized that they've been blue on bluing each other. Because Zephyr's with the gendarmerie forces. Yeah, that was a big fucking moves. But more blue on blue going off. Skipu taking fire from the Blue 4 side. Now they're adjusting their sights, trying to hit Demovar there. Nope, Skipu still taking fire. I'm hearing some marksman fire here. That's an SVD. Demovar managing to knock out and kill Mika there. As there are 3 remaining Blue 4 guys stay back, they don't really have They have some slight magnified optics there, but nothing against a PSO. Looking around right here, trying to watch. I think Op4 just lost another guy. Demovar's going to stay in the zone on 3 kills here, but needs to eventually pull back, otherwise he's going to run right into this blue 4 group here. That's exactly what he's going to do. Gets Skippy with a headshot, but Onion with the revenge kill. That was a great shot. Looks like the... Nope, Nubass is still alive. Oh, that's cute. He's got a custom little red cover there. Immediately gets flanked by Adamek. Quickly trying to pull away. He can do a lot of damage with that drum mag, but if he gets jumped on, there's nothing he's going to be able to do. Pops an RD smoke grenade there. Trying to call for anyone on the radio, but I don't think he's going to be able to call anyone there. Yeah, so Nubass is running for the objective. Ethan's still going to be camping under that area. And then you still have Flip for Flap over here. Blue 4 is going to be able to capitalize on the outpost, set up their perimeters. Op4 has a lot of large groups to then push in. Number-wise, I think we're still even, to be perfectly honest, but Blue 4 have the better positioning with their forces at the moment. Adamek doing a bit of bandaging. My eyes are going to be on Nubass right now. He's the remaining Op4 guy in the AO. Other than Flip, but he's pretty much stayed on his position here. I could still see Op4 winning this, though, if they reconsolidate their forces, but usually at this point in the match, Op4 isn't going to reconsolidate. They're going to instead push in as they can, but it's going to be reliant on these types of fights. Which force is going to be superior? So Blue 4 have less forces, but they have entrenchments, so they got better cover here. And Op4, I mean, you can see, they've only got trees to work with, and it's not really doing them any favors. And Cali taking more fire there. More smoke's being put. Looks like Op4 is actually committing to pulling out of this area, realizing that this position is a little unfavorable for him.
Send in goat teams.
Winterwolf, thanks for the 13-month reset, my man. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. I do hope you're getting a nice kick out of this OFCRA scenario. Thank you so much, my man. Cali has taken multiple gunshot wounds, but it had to have been only on the limbs because he's still kicking. He's not even unconscious. Nubass, meanwhile, playing survival here. Brother Erectus being brought back up by Onion. That's a weird fucking sentence there. All right. Yeah, so you got Op4 now back camping this position, but their Blue 4 is not going to push anything back here. Hell, it looks like Op4 setting up explosive traps. You see a live charge right there. Here, I can quickly check on the mirrored position. Nope, okay, so that's part of the design. I thought that was like an actual live charge and they were setting up like traps or something, but that is not the case. Still hearing gunshots over here. Not sure if that's blue on blue. Because Flip is also north of that remaining Blue 4 group there. Might be Adamek double tapping. But what's our time here? Yeah, we're literally just before halfway on mid-game here. Only in the first 45 minutes. Actually, no. There were 8 minutes of safe start. So we just entered mid-game, and a lot of the fighting, at least half of the fighting's been over with. At least area-wise. Now, a lot of people have already left, though, but, I mean, there have been at least a third to half of the forces already engaging each other. So it's been quite messy. Now, I'll be curious to see what Nubass is able to pull here. He's a little easy to pick out because he's got that big-ass red mask on. And then Flip for Flap in the zone. He hasn't really moved much from this position. But he's on 2 kills. He's got a PSO scope and a drum mag. So he can do a lot. But he's next to a really big Blue 4 group here. And they're fortifying this area. You can still hear that MTLB's engine over here, though. No, it's a 113. Interesting. So we'll see what Op4 pulls here. We just got a bit of a lull. And then this group's probably going to regroup, push up. This group's probably going to push up on its own as well. But again, it's still even number-wise, but Blue 4 is just in a bit of a better position here. You know, beyond that, could be anything. Is Flip going to make a play here? I feel like Flip knows there's a few people up there, but Flip's being incredibly cautious here. I still have no idea what this gun is. Looks cool. Definitely some sort of machine gun. All right, Wayne and Donald coming into the outpost here. You still have Ethan under here as well. Hopefully Ethan will not blue on blue. Yeah, his two friendlies have crawled up to him, and Ethan's saying hello. That's kind of funny. Looks like he's getting bandaged, actually, because he might have run out and has been slowly bleeding out ever since. If you have a light wound, for example, I know people will sometimes carry that through and have it for a while, but because only like a medium cut, it doesn't really bleed out that much. You can go for a while with one of those on. Before it's bandaged, at least. So Nubass, he hears that sound of armor that might be freaking him out. Well, you got Blue 4 kind of capitalizing on this zone. I'm not sure if Studs saw him. He's looking in Nubass's direction. I don't think so, because he's just looking around pulling security here. Wonder might spot Nubass here. He's picked up... How do you have an... Wow, that's a vanilla AK-103 from the Contact DLC. I think an AEK, technically. Neat. Yeah, Nubass is totally paranoid over the vehicle. He hasn't been able to see the trenches because the trenches mimic the texture of the ground they're dug on from under. And Flip, meanwhile, I think is going to start crawling up here. He's seen that trench. Nico might have just spotted Flip. Yep, he's calling that up. They're looking right at Flip's tree.
Give him a warm welcome, shall we?
Both these guys have small aim points there. He's pointing out that tree, too. Now, if Blue 4 wants, they can send a few guys around. Oh, Rick starts taking fire. Flip is unable to finish it, though. Nico trying to suppress. Bullets going to the trench. That forces Flip to adjust. Flip's leg comes out. And now we wait with bated breath. Hold on. Ah, this OPFOR group's now starting to come into the outpost here. And they are engaging each other. Brewer's coming around the flank. He's got the right idea. He has a mini-me. Brewer with a freaking LMG. I don't know why, be it a 249 or a mini-me, he just kicks ass with it. Ricky taking fire as Flip tries to pick him up with a PSO scope. He is not successful as Rick is putting more GL fire down here to try to keep Flip pinned. Maffo finds an angle on Flip for Flap here, is unable to land a killing shot yet. And you're still seeing Blue 4 coming around here. Flip now trying to take cover as he's flanked from multiple angles. Brewer's about to come around, and he finishes it up. And that's one kill for Brewer. So let's hope there isn't a blue-on-blue incident here as they see each other's camos, but yep, that one target is down. Meanwhile, OPFOR continuing their attack over on this position. Donald getting a great pickoff with iron sights. He's on 4 kills right now. That's a great shot. It's got the bayonet on top. That's cute. Now he's trying to pick off Callie. Wow, Pogo's dead? Hero Brain's dead and Dennis is dead. That's kind of a shocker. Usually Pogo underscore is able to do a lot more damage, but I guess with OFCRA here, it's just going out in their favor, or not in their favor, excuse me. And I guess that's also because of the opening tactics here, but look at this. So Oscar's deployed here. They've knocked out quite a few Blue 4 guys here as well. Lolo wakes back up. Masano wakes back up. There's a dead Blue 4 guy right there. OFCRA doing a great ambush, but they have to keep committing here. We just heard AT getting fired into this outpost. Again, OFCRA have the numbers, but they're just too separated. Settler firing up. There's 4 OFCRA guys over here remaining. Not sure if he got a kill with that burst. Callie trying to poke out with his PKAS sight here for his AK. Takes a shot in the arm. You can see the blood right there. Donald, man, with that fucking iron sight. So this isn't 100% accurate based off of what they're actually doing. But it looked like he was spraying a little bit, and then he started actually trying to sight things out. Callie firing a smoke round and it ricochets off of a tree. Firing more smoke rounds and they're ricocheting off of trees. Barrow's trying to take out Donald here as Donald's going for Callie. A lot of fire coming up regardless. Yes, these guys are desperately trying to get some keyholes out here. They're just unable to line up the shots at the moment. Donald runs out of ammo. You can hear the little click, click. OFCRA, meanwhile, pushing here on this fortified position. Lolo, meanwhile, with the small scope on his machine gun, manages to get a knockout. And that knocked out Pablo. Got some smokes being thrown here. I honestly think at this rate, we're just going to constantly see new OFCRA attacks, and they're going to constantly get repelled. Oh, is that a grenade round? Yep. Oh, I love the grenade rounds there, where they just freak out and start infinitely going up into space. All right, meanwhile, Callie trying to come up here to flank as the remaining OFCRA forces here set up a base of fire. Rosado got knocked out. Brother Erect just trying to stop Benares from flanking around. Callie also coming around, getting into GL range. Donald being saved by a wall of sandbags. Otherwise, I think that GL would have hit him. More GLs coming through. That is also doing some damage onto Wayne, forcing Blue 4 to push back. I think pullback would be the proper term as OFCRA now pushes into this sector. I don't know. I mean, if OFCRA could reunify their line and push, I think they'd be okay, but we're just going to see individual forces push in, or individual groups, excuse me. That was an RPG. I think fired by Benares there, yep. It just was a little too high. Rosado still bleeding out there. And now Blue 4 is going to be sending a force around to flank this attacking force. I think this attacking force day is numbered. But Callie is starting to push in. All right, the forces of Oscar now trying to push, but this Blue 4 group is now going to try to repel them. As Quebec took a few casualties, and I think they are pulling back at this point. Is that the guy with the Lee Enfield sniper? Yes, it is. No, he's an SVD. All right. Can we get another close look at the weird MG? Let me see if I can find the gendarmerie force. I think they're up here. Yeah, so it's somewhere. It's that. Looks like some weird little derivative of I don't even know. It's a weird one. All right, otherwise Callie pushing around here. One of the OFCRA guys was taken out here. Great grenade throw. Might catch Callie out of position. No, it just... Okay. It did nothing. Settler giving some heavy suppression on Barros' position. Benares taking an unlucky grenade. Gets knocked out. TK Llama leading the charge there. Callie flanking around, gets taken out by Wayne and Donald, who went into this little position here. They both took a lot of fire, though. TK Llama finishing off Benares. And now it's just Barros up here on his own. I think this is going to be a Blue 4 victory off. We're just, again, too divided. Too divided. More suppressive fire going up on Barros here. He's taking quite a few hits. At least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds. Oh, wait. Actually, based off how quickly he's bleeding, it might be like 5 or 6, and he's just bleeding quickly. Ooh. I know some missions have had rifle grenades for, like, their Indochina stuff, because Mass 36s have rifle grenades, for example, or there might be 45s or 54s. I forget the exact designation of them. But they do have, Op4 has a GP25 system on their AKs, and Blue 4 has a 203 system on some of their FAMASs, which are basically grenade launchers. Now, Barros is playing the game of, how many can I take out before I get absolutely murdered? We got Llama here pushing around. He has a stolen PKP. That did not spawn on the Blue 4 side. Ilbanek. Doesn't spot him and he's going away. Alright. Zephyr! Oh! 2 kills, Zephy. Come on. I think we're having some blue on blue there. No, you saw Barros. Where'd Barros go? Where did Barros go? Come on, Zephy. Come on, spot the Barros. Okay, Zephyr, what just happened? What did you just see? That was a great GL. All right, here we go. Oh, wait, that bush might actually be, like, in the perfect position. Nope, Zephyr's got it. Yes! Eliminate the target! Oh, Barros with the quick 180, only putting his head in Zephyr's bullets, insta-killing Barros. Oh, my God. Oh... that was perfect! My freaking God! That was funny. And Adamek, yeah, I've looked in people's iron sights when they have FAMASs out. They do look like they kind of suck. Oh. You know, I am gonna write that timestamp down. That was funny. And Barros ults that forward. I don't blame him. That was just comedic. Alright, at this point, unless one of these groups gets lucky and they get a lot of pickoffs, I don't see Op4 beat. No! Was that more blue on blue? Are you... what? They're firing at a body. Here's the blown up gendarmerie vehicle. I'm gonna be honest, BTR 40s in this terrain are a little useless as well, because if you get close enough to use the Dishka properly, you're exposed enough to get shot in the face. I still don't understand how Wonder got that gun. Because I feel like that's a little upend for what it was. He must have picked it off of an Op4 guy. Settler. I don't know what he just sprayed down over here. There's nothing over here. There's no Op4 that made it this close either. Looks like Op4, they're grabbing their vehicles. I think they're going to grab the rest of their Op4 force and move up into the AO at this point, realizing that Blue 4 is not going to go for holding that 10. I think that was a great call in Blue Force tactic in terms of just getting rid of the CRBN crate and moving on from it. We have a green smoke grenade all the way over here. Interesting enough. But basically to deny... these are being fired at by a GL, that's why. But basically to have OPFOR send forces over to the 10s, but while OPFOR was doing that, Blue 4 would commit their entire force to the outpost. I think it was further reinforced that OPFOR just did a lot of weird, like, really far-moving flanks here, and it didn't really do much. Wow. That man just had his head blown away. Will Stutz had to get blown away as well. You can see the single shots coming in. Well, a little bit of a smoke grenade's been thrown right here. Meanwhile, OPFOR getting right on top of this position. Nubas is still alive! On 2 kills now. He's crippled, but he's pushing up to assist this OPFOR force as they take out the rest of these Blue 4 guys. This could be big if OPFOR can defeat a large Blue 4 position. Snari taken out. Ambrose trying to pick off Sipo, but he manages to get behind cover here. Dymus moving up. Nubas, I think, still bandaging. Oh, that was bad. Dymus got crossfired there. We see Blue 4 firing from over here as well. Dymus pushing up with that RPK mag. And eliminating a lot of forces there. Oh! That didn't look like a grenade, though. I think that was a GP-25 round potentially coming around. Now you got Rikasav and Always down here. OPFOR have been a little decimated at this point. Ambrose quickly trying to bandage here. Luckily, Always and Ricky are looking at different directions. Robert here trying to fire back at these Blue 4 guys. That's Zephyr and Malfo. Well, we got Brewer and Ilbanek with TK Llama also pushing over to that position to sandwich and eliminate the remaining OPFOR force there. I don't know. Numbers, again, it's very, very close. Every time I think Blue 4 is getting a little bit of an advantage, OPFOR is able to take out a few more Blue 4 guys and keep those numbers pretty even, in my opinion. I'll do a head count in a second. Long range fire going into Nubas. Not sure if that was effective, though. Might have been on Amber, because Amber's down. Excuse me. All right, let's do a quick head count. So we got 3 people up here. Actually, that's going to be hard to do because the vehicle's all the way down there. I'm going to wait on it. Wait till they dismount. Because I think this this remaining fight's also going to really stem the tide here. If Blue 4 can get all of these 3 OPFOR killed here without OPFOR doing any additional kills, I think Blue 4 will still have the numbers advantage. If not, and if OPFOR is able to get a few kills here, they might be able to maintain that number advantage, but... Oh, Ilbanek. Cleans house on 1. Robert turns around. Ilbanek's going to flank around. Use that little opening right there. Brewer firing at Ricky, and Ricky knocking him out. TK Llama comes up instead. Ilbanek then shoots at Ricky and kills him. Nubas trying to run up, taking fire from multiple positions. Mafo getting the suppression. I think TK Llama got the kill. A flash grenade being thrown over here. So Ricky was getting fired up by Brewer, so Ricky knocked out Brewer. And then Ilvanek killed Ricky. Oh my god. The blue on Blue 4 has been atrocious in this operation. There's been at least 4 separate instances, and I want to say at least 3 or 4 KIAs because of the blue on blue. They even blew up their own BTR-40 Dishka on the gendarmerie side. And it's weird though, because I mean, the last mission I covered, again, it was a freaking 4 different camos against 4 different camos in like a 130 player operation, and I don't think there was any blue on blue that we saw. But here, it's just atrocious today. And that's the thing, like, Blue 4's fighting irregulars, but they're firing at dudes with, like, you know, helmets and bulletproof vests and all that shit, so it's really weird how they're taking all that out, you know? Alright, but otherwise, let's do a head count here. OPFOR is down to 3 plus 2. Remember, it's plus 1 right there, so it's 1 plus that. So that is 5. Here's the vehicle right here. 10, because 4 plus 1. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 on Op 4. And Blue 4 has 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So 15 to 17 is really close. What Blue 4 needs to do now is reconsolidate, because Op 4 has 10 guys that are hopefully going to consolidate, but one Vic is going a little further than the others, so that's a little worrisome here. But it's not about the supremacy bonus at this point. It's going to be about whoever controls that outpost, because the CRBN objective isn't in play anymore because Blue 4 hit it somewhere. I may be with the intent to then push it back at the last second, but I don't think Blue 4 has the numbers to do that anymore. So it's going to be the 4 points for this outpost. Whoever controls the outpost by the end of this mission is going to win, in my opinion. So we might see this 5-man team do some more harassment on that previous position. But where is Op 4 going to attack from is a big question. Op 4, they also have a 50 cal car, and they also have the Dishka. Also, I think they have a 16th player. Nubas, I believe, is still alive, but unless this vehicle can move, he's not going to be able to do anything. Because he's then going to have to walk. Why are there multiple... Lolo's also in here. Why? Wait, no, he's in... Yeah, no, he's in... I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to stop questioning it. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a minute. Interesting. Anyway. Here, wait, let me lower my team speak. Yeah, let me point out why that's interesting. We got that, and then we have that. That. And then that. Interesting. Anyway, I'm being an asshole. All right, so Op 4, they're deploying their forward element over here. They parked it right there, and they're going to move in with another group of 5. Please, for the love of God, wait for your support. Please. Op 4, if they consolidated their remaining 15 guys in the AO, and they just pushed on one angle, they could steamroll Blue 4, who's divided on multiple positions here. They could still win this if they just reconsolidated, but they're not going to do it. They're going to push in with smaller groups, hit it from all sides, and that's going to divide them enough for Blue 4 to potentially piecemeal them. It's taking away a potential Op 4 advantage and evening the playing field, but then defender advantage of, you know, if they have the defensive positions, Blue 4. So... the peoples want combat. I want combat too! Still waiting on it. Excuse me. So we got Op 4 coming around the right flank here. Op 4 bringing in the rest of their vehicles. We'll see if they do vehicle support. I don't think the BTR-40 is going to be super useful. Maybe the 50 cal will be with 100 rounds of M2 to suppress. And if they attack on the northern side of the outpost, they've got that opening here to work with, and this little dirt path as well, which I think is just a poor excuse for a road. No, this is literally just like a footpath. That's cute. Just have to wait and see at this point. We are 30 seconds till endgame because there was the 8-minute pre-start or pre-op setup. So at 1:38, this mission will be over. So we have 1/3 of the time remaining. I honestly think this is going to be over in, based off of the maneuvering, probably 20 minutes. But I don't think we've ever had an OFCRA mission end before the hour 30. There might have been one, but I'm pretty sure it's going to play out this way. The only way it couldn't... Actually, no, it wouldn't, because NASA's up there, and he has no way of getting into the AO. So I'm going to be honest, if Op 4 gets wiped and we have like 15 minutes remaining, I'll just call it early for you guys, because at this point it's clear who won, if Blue 4 is still in the zone. Excuse me. Ooh. Ilvanek leading Severe and TK Llama right into an OPFOR group. They find an OPFOR guy and take him out. Grenade being thrown. Gets caught on the fortification. Another grenade being thrown. Brewer trying to flank with that machine gun. Arceus trying to return fire. Wombat over on the right flank. Ilvanek trying to move up. Catches Ash. Ilvanek has a rock to duck behind. Ash taking a few shots there. More long-range suppression from Brewer. I think he managed to get one of them because we're down to 3 people. It was 4 a second ago. Ilvanek pushing up, catching Ash in the reload. Ash finishes reload. Ash trying to roll to the right. Wombat suppressing TK Llama. Ilvanek and Zephyr pushing. Excuse me, hiccup. Ilvanek, how did you fuck that one up? How did you actually fuck that one up, buddy? I'm so sorry. Ash getting blown away by Zephyr. An AT round being fired at by Parthi. Oh, god damn it. No. Fuck. Please, no. Please don't give me hiccups on stream. Oh. Okay. Let's calm down. Parthius has an RPG-7 and a bullet in the head. Ilvanek waking back up. And I think Zephyr actually got the kill there. Yeah, Zephyr on 5. Ilvanek would be on... Oh, no, on 2. Oh, God, no. Please, no more hiccups. Oh, please. You are so lucky to be alive. I hope you know that. Oh, fuck's sake. No, please. Please. No hiccups on stream. Fuck. 1 second. Okay. Nope, still going. All right, TK Llama double tapping those 2 guys. Looks like Ilvanek's doing some medical here. No, combat looting. Opting for the PKM instead. Meanwhile, OPFOR have fully deployed the remaining 10 guys in the AO. We got 1 person heading south to flank around. The remaining 9 are going to push the outpost on their own. Oh my god, this sucks to do. Fucking having coughing fits, hiccuping, and trying to talk over fucking commentary. Oh my fucking god. So we have always here, I think the leader of the gendarmerie forces with that long-range radio. 4 of them just holding this position. This is where OPFOR could potentially upset here. 9 guys versus 4. They push in, take the outpost. Blue 4 then trickles in their forces. OPFOR is able to repel. This could still turn around in OPFOR's favor.
Send in GOAT Team 6 now.
Deep breath. Cross, thanks so much for the tier 1 11-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. That we get a nice kick out of this scenario. Oh my fucking god. I'm almost out of water too. So, I was trying to drink water to fix the hiccups, and I hiccuped, and it went down the other hole into my lungs, and then I just had a coughing fit. Lovely. And I'm still hiccuping. So Despo was able to get a marksman kill there. Blue 4's down to 3.
So let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
God. I hate the limitations of the human body sometimes. It's always trying to line up a shot on Ivno here. Brother Erectus also trying to find a keyhole here to fire at Op4. Lcpl still over here, might be able to get a flank as Blue Force maneuvering their forces in. Michael, I'm trying to do okay, but my body does not want me to do okay today, apparently, so I'm doing my best. Alright, Settler with a mini-me trying to suppress. Just took a shot there. I think it was by the suppressed AK. Fuck me. I'm gonna try drinking water again. I hope it doesn't choke me. Great RPG shot there. This is all keeping Erectus pinned here. Ooh. Oh, come on, Sola. Fall in behind these guys and take them all out. But he's part of this group, so I think he's going to be able to tell them that they got Blue 4 flanking around. This right here could be the game changer. If Sola systematically takes these guys out with single headshots, Licardo gets taken out. Kilo going aggressive, Lcpl's dead, yep. Alright, Kiva was a feint, just got taken out by Mafo and Brewer. Halo-san, I just tried that, and that fucking worked. I'm gonna do that for the rest of my life now. Thank you. I never knew. I would try to drink water and tough it out. The more you know. Ilmanek, meanwhile, tried to push on the northern flank of Op4 here and got taken out. Now I still have my coughing. If I can cure that, then I'll be golden, right? Sounded like a picture of health at the moment. Yeah, I'll bet. Vexen, meanwhile, was able to get up to the perimeter here. Vexen is one of the really top-tier players of OFCRA, more of recently, so I'll be really curious to see what Vexen's able to do with his large group of players here. Meanwhile, Blue 4, it's Brewer, Mafo, and Zephyr here, who have been super aggressive all evening. Zephyr trying to line up a shot on Iv now. Meanwhile, Vex going aggressive and gets blown away by Race X. Oof. Is that a smoke grenade? Yep. Is that a frag? Nope. All right, Zach, come on. Make it 8 kills. Make it 8 kills. Come on. Yeah, I don't think Op4 have the forces to win at this point. This is going to be a Blue 4 victory. But let me point out why. Blue 4 reconsolidated their forces and then enveloped the Op4 attack. What is Zeph doing? 20 minutes. This will be over in 10. My God. We witnessed his death live. Yeah, right? 5-minute delay. Don't you love it? Despo still only on 1 kill, trying to find more pickoffs, but I think this is over. surprised Zephyr didn't push. I guess Zeph got cold feet. Oop, knockout. He was a faint disconnected. He's doing it with the lowercase and capital letters, which means I think he's doing it ironically. It's still a pretty funny name. All right, Despo still trying to line up some shots. Ooh, it looks like it's gonna rain. That's okay, I got Sam too. Are you intentionally missing, or was that... I don't know what the point of that was. Ooh, Brewer just got knocked out. Could wake back up. It's 50-50 in all honesty with, I think, like 4 individual gunshots there. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hypno taking fire from Mafo. Excuse me. Try not hiccuping? Yeah. Oh, wow. Don. God, why didn't I try that earlier? God, you're... You fuck right off, Don. This is why you're a mute. Alright, CK Llama staying low. Mafo's taking a lot of attention away, though. Brewer's not waking up. Yeah, no, so... There's, well, there's TK Llama nearby as the medic, but he's kind of in between. The enemy's in between him and Brewer's position. Despo on 2 kills now, still with a pretty good sniper spot. He could get a few more pickoffs, and this could turn the game around, but it's 5v6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So OPFOR's outnumbered 2-1. Anything goes. Ricardo might wake back up. If they got bandages on him in time, they might not be able to give blood, but if you bandage someone and put an epi on him, you might be able to bring him back. Ooh, someone just got hit. I think that was Pingus as he came around. See the blood right there. Mafo now coming in to be aggressive. In a play like this, I think Mafo has the advantage. It's 1v3. OPFOR isn't really focusing on his sector anymore. He's got one of their guns to confuse weapon PID, or specifically audio PID as well, if he fires. And I think that was Dingus getting dingused by a machine gun. Yeah, righto, Halo. Again, thank you. Yes, that was definitely a machine gun of some sort. I'm assuming that was Settler then, with 3 kills. Mafo getting right behind this force here. You got TK Llama right up against him as well. Someone on the northern side out of there as well. It's only Giovanni. That's just trying to move in on foot. Now, at this point, Blue 4 have, or Op 4 are not going to be able to get the 2 extra points for the survival bonus, so having more than 8 people alive. Can Blue 4 maintain it, though? Because they have 10 people right now, so if they lose 2 more, well, they also have Lucardo and Brewer unconscious, so technically 12. So if they have 4 people die, then they lose those 2 points. But again, those 2 points don't matter compared to the 4 points for the Outpost. Llama slowly crawling as well. There's the 15-minute warning there. Neither side got the CRBN box. Oh, it's a good thing it is going to rain today. It means I don't have to go outside and water the plants. Whew. You got Blue 4 firing some marksman shots right there. There we go. Camera went a little crazy right there. Mafo taking friendly fire now. Oh, TK Llama gonna walk right on top of these guys. No, he's staying in the smoke. Op4 almost walked on top of him, but there's a body right there, and Llama's right on top of that smoke grenade. Still bandaging from the looks of things. Did Op4 see him, though? They might have. Now they're trying to set up to engage him if he comes up. This means I think they're out of grenades then. Yeah, Blue Force is trying to find the remaining forces. NASA still has a long freaking walk. I don't think he's going to make it knowing Blue Force stamina settings. Excuse me, OFCRA stamina setting. Pingus getting a great knockout there on Stud. Counter-sniping the marksman. Fox, that's a dirty position. Oh my god, that is incredibly dirty because camo kind of... Well, I guess from the side it's a little easier, but from a top down. TK Llama trading with the other guy, and now it's just Konjonovic up there. Mafo now moving around, but Giovanni's trying to come up from the northern side. And Mafo gets the kill. It's just up to Giovanni now. I think this is GG. We'll keep it up with Giovanni. If he's able to stay alive for another 10 minutes, that might allow time for NASA to get in here. He's about halfway from his, little over halfway, I'd say. Here, what's fun is I can actually click on him. And he is 2,705 meters away, and there's the flag right there. So now if I right-click over the outpost, now he's 1,600 in closing, so he's over the halfway point to get over here. Skelly finally got back to me over the picture, and he says it has a cursed reload as well, because I sent him the Lee Enfield with the super big scope and the frickin' the bipod. Ah, brilliant. Giovanni looks like he's checking the vehicle. This was shot out a while ago. Not sure if the gun will work. Did they just... Oh, they're bluing. Yes, Blue 4. Cuck yourself out of 2 free points. Kill someone else. How many are you down to? 5, 6, 7, 8. So I think they actually just killed a friendly, because they were at 9 or 10. I know Stud got knocked out, which brought it down to 9. Well, no, and then Blue 4 and Op 4 traded the one guy back there. Yeah, so they're down to 8. So if these two guys bleed out, then Blue 4 will also not get the 2 points. But again, 2 points doesn't matter. But I think either way, unless NASA turns into God or Giovanni pulls out his Charizard, then I think this is the end. Let's see, Giovanni, I mean, he's got a standard AK here. He'll have the element of surprise, but as soon as he gets attacked, then I think he's screwed. Good first knockout there. Grenade was thrown, I think, a little over. Comes over, tries to catch Ray 6. He's getting flanked by Settler. Oh. Okay. Giovanni channeled his inner Allah and exploded. Akbar style. And Settler's teabagging him. And NASA killed himself. Well, we haven't had no CRA mission end early, but there you go. Yeah, Blue 4 wins. That's all I got. So, anyway, guys, we'll be back at 8 o'clock in 3 hours for a Pog Zeus up. And then at 10 o'clock, I'll try to play on the ground for TMTM. And then maybe if I'm still awake, we'll do some Daisy audio jump scares as I do stuff. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Cheers. Have a good one.